Today we're taking a look at the Minnesota Wild vs San Jose Sharks match, which is happening on Wednesday, March 31st, 2021 at 10:05 p.m., and giving you my betting tips and predictions in general on this game. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. San Jose will be attempting to secure a much-needed sweep of Minnesota when the two teams meet again on Wednesday night. The Wild had their three-match winning streak snapped in a 4-3 shootout loss against the Sharks on Monday. San Jose has not been able to get it going this season and is well out of the playoff picture right now. The Minnesota Wild had their three-game winning streak snapped. They lost their last game 4-3 in a shootout against the San Jose Sharks on Monday night. Marcus Johansson and Kevin Fiala each scored a goal and had an assist in the game. Cam Talbot stopped 36 out of the 39 shots he faced. The Minnesota Wild look for a win after winning 8 of their last 11 games. The Minnesota Wild are averaging 2.9 goals per game and are scoring on 9.7% of their power play opportunities. Joel Eriksson-Ek leads Minnesota with 11 goals, Kirill Kaprizov has 16 assists, and Kevin Fiala has 87 shots on goal. Defensively, the Minnesota Wild are allowing 2.4 goals per game and are killing 85.7% of their opponents' power plays. Cam Talbot has allowed 39 goals on 519 shots faced, and Kaapo Kähkönen has allowed 38 goals on 481 shots. Offense has been decent for the Wild this season. They have scored 3 goals or more in 6 out of the last 10 games. The team ranks 14th in goals per game, 25th in shots per game, 11th in shooting percent, and 10th in scoring efficiency ratio. Kirill Kaprizov leads the team with 27 points on the season. The Wild have 14 players with 10 points or more on the season. Defense and goaltending have been excellent for the Wild in recent games. They have given up 2 goals or less in 6 out of the last 9 games. The team ranks 6th in goals against per game, 18th in shots against per game, and 1st in opponent shooting percent and save percent. Kaapo Kähkönen has a record of 12-5-0 with a 2.29 GAA and a .921 SV percent. Cam Talbot has a record of 9-5-2 with a 2.37 GAA and a .925 SV percent. San Jose opened its 2-game series against the Wild with a 4-3 shootout win on Monday evening behind a big night from defenseman Erik Karlsson. Karlsson scored twice in regulation and added the game-winning goal in the 8th round of the shootout to propel the Sharks to just their 3rd win in their past 9 games. Radim Simic scored the other goal for San Jose, and Ryan Donato added 2 assists, while goaltender Martin Jones stopped 22 of 25 shots in the win. The San Jose Sharks will try to build off of their win over the Wild last time out. Evander Kane leads the Sharks in scoring with 30 points, including team highs of 14 goals and 16 assists, while Logan Couture has 23 points with 14 goals as well this season. Timo Meier sits at 21 points with 6 goals and 15 assists, while Kevin Labank's on 20 points with 12 apples, as is Thomas Hartl, whose 20 points are split between 10 goals and 10 assists this season. Brent Burns, Rina Donato, and Mario Ferraro each have double-digit assists as well this season. As a team, San Jose is averaging 2.6 goals on 29.5 shots with an 18.5% success rate on the PP, while allowing 3.4 goals on 32.4 shots with a 79.5% kill rate on the park this season. Evander Kane leads the team in all 3 scoring categories with 14 goals, 16 assists, and 30 total points so far this season. Despite Kane's efforts, San Jose has scored just 2.65 goals per game, 20th in the NHL, while allowing 3.41 goals per contest, 28th in the NHL. The Sharks have also struggled on special teams. They rank 25th in the league with a power play percentage of just 18.3% and sport a penalty kill rate of just 79.5%, which ranks 14th in the NHL. Devan Dubnyk is scheduled to patrol the crease for the Sharks against his former team on Wednesday evening. The 34-year-old is .392 with a 3.18 GAA and .898 save percentage in 17 games, 13 starts, this season. While the results haven't necessarily been there for Dubnyk this season, he's flashed signs of turning things around as of late. He is coming off of arguably his best month of the season after posting a 2.91 GAA and .904 save percentage in 8 March starts. Dubnyk has already faced Minnesota twice this season, finishing 0-1-0 with a 2.09 GAA and .925 save percentage in those matchups. So here are my betting suggestions for that game. Minnesota had allowed 3 goals over its previous 3 games. The Wild offense should also get a boost if Dubnyk ends up getting the call for San Jose, as he owns a 3.94 GAA and .858 save percentage in 6 home games this season. The Wild are 0-4 in their last 4 road games and 8-2 in their last 10 games playing on 1 day's rest. The Sharks are 2-5 in their last 7 Wednesday games and 3-11 in their last 14 games following a win. The over is 10-1 in Wild last 11 road games. The over is 12-5 in Sharks last 17 Wednesday games. The Wild are 8-18 in the last 26 meetings in San Jose and 3-7 in the last 10 meetings. The Minnesota Wild have quietly been one of the hotter teams in the league these last couple of weeks, and they've absolutely feasted on losing teams this season. The San Jose Sharks haven't been able to string together wins this season, and their lack of defense is hard to trust against quality clubs. Even with an overtime loss on Monday, the Wild have won 3 of the last 5 meetings against the Sharks. My first betting advice for that game is to pick Minnesota Wild minus 1.5. San Jose continues to fly over the total due to its terrible defense. The Sharks allowed the 4th most goals per match of any team in the NHL. They are facing a Minnesota offense that is capable of making bad defenses pay for their mistakes. This has been a trend when these teams face off, as 8 of the last 9 meetings in San Jose have gone over the total. The Sharks have gone over in 4 of their last 6 games overall. Minnesota should come out firing after dropping Monday's tilt. It's hard to really get a feel for this one, as the two sides have traded wins back and forth this season. However, one thing that's not hard to find here is the puck in the back of the net, as the last 3 games have combined for 23 goals, a total of 7.6 per game. My second betting advice for that game is to pick over 5.5. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.